take action and make this possible. Yes. Now by education, I am a mechanical engineer and an MBA in human resources and marketing. Now I usually say my education is on papers. Yeah, I'm being honest. I have never used my education in my real life. How many of you can relate to what I'm saying? How many of you have had a formal education but have never used it? If that's you, type in a me in the chat box. I am a mechanical engineer and an MBA, not as Rajiv says, Mava par Ehsan, yeah. I have an MBA in marketing and human resources, all right. Now, when I actually went and joined my first organization, which was Vedanta, Sterlite Industries in Tuticorin in a place called Tamil Nadu, I realized that whatever I have studied in 18 years, and I'm not even counting pre-primary, LKG, UKG, yeah, first standard to MBA, 18 years of my life, I was not using anything in my work life. When I joined my first job, the things that I was, or the skills that I was using the most is communication skills. How to communicate with peers, how to communicate with my team, how to be a good leader, how to communicate with vendors and suppliers. Communication was probably the most important skill which I had to learn myself, and I did not get it in my formal education. How many of you agree that our formal education doesn't actually teach us the actual life skills like communication which we actually need in real life? If you agree, type out I agree in the chat box. If you agree, type out I agree in the chat box. Yeah? Fantastic. Now, after good 8 years of experience in corporate, learning all these skills myself, I wanted to always get into training and coaching. So I decided to quit my job. I started my own entrepreneurial journey into training and development in November 2015. All right. Now, one of the biggest skills which I have trained working professionals, over 10,000 of them, is communication skills. Yeah. Now, whenever I think about this, one of the student story always comes to my mind. I used to train corporates. I used to also train college students in my entrepreneurial journey. All right. Now, there was a student called Srujana. All right. She was in her pre-final year of engineering, where I was training this batch of students. I usually, when I do the complete training for communication, the last day I make them present something on the stage. Yeah, so that they can implement what they have learned in the last 5, 6, 7 days with me. Now it was a time for that presentation. There was this student Srujana. Now I want you to visualize her, okay? She is such an introverted, silent student that 3 years of her college life, her own batchmates had never heard Srujana's voice. How many of you are people like this who are very silent, who don't mix with people, who don't talk much? People have not heard your voice too much. If that's you, type out me in the chat box, because that's a personality style, right? Yeah, so there are people. See, Kovindra Raja says, I'm one of them. Naveen Jodh says, I'm one of them. Srujana was that kind of a person, yeah? So, day 5 of the training, I make all of them do the presentation. Srujana comes on stage, yeah? She doesn't have any presentation, no PPT. She comes on the stage, takes a chalk, write the topic of her presentation. You know what was the topic? She wrote scream of silence. Yeah, she wrote scream of silence, and she spoke for the next 10 minutes. I so wish I had a camera in my hand at that point of time, and it clicked to me that I should have recorded it. It was magic. End of the 10 minutes, usually I give feedback as soon as the participant finished the communication, the presentation. I was choking. She was sharing her life story of how she was forced because of the environment not to open up, and it was so beautiful, and it was a journey of her breaking that glass ceiling and coming out and presenting it in front of her classmates. I said, I used a trick, all right? I did not give feedback because I was choking. I did not want my students to know that I was emotional. I said, okay, first let's take feedback from the class, and I turned towards the class. You know what? The entire class was in tears. 50% of them were crying. They were hearing Srujana's voice for the first time, and she had created magic on the stage. Yeah? Now, why am I sharing this experience? This is what communication can do to each and every one of you. How many of you would want to experience something, a breakthrough what Srujana experienced for your own self and your team members? If you want to experience such a breakthrough, Please type BT for breakthrough in the chat box, everyone. Please type a BT for breakthrough in the chat box. Awesome. I would love to share all that I have learned in my experience of the last 18 years with each and every one of you. Are you ready to get started? Can we get started with the program? If you are ready and super excited, please do type a ready in the chat box, everybody. Brilliant. Thank you so much for your energy. Keep that energy going. So before I begin, let me quickly tell you some basic, I will not even say rules. These are all things which you have to do to create your space for learning. Number one, please log in using your own name. I know if you are attending with the team, probably you can name it as the business owner's name or the name of your business. All right. Now, why am I saying this? We'll be doing a lot of activities during the program, and I'll also be taking your names. So I don't want to call, okay, Lenovo has typed this, yeah, or Dell has typed this. I want to understand who is this, who's the name, or what is the business. All right. So please log in using your own name. Number two, sit in a no distraction area. See, today is a Saturday and tomorrow is Sunday, both weekends. Your responsibility is super high. If you are in an office, lock yourself. Let the other team members who are not attending, or your vendors and suppliers and your family members, know that these 2 days are for you. You are going to invest these 2 days for your own learning and your own growth, and you are not available for anything. Yes? Can you do that? If you have already done that, you have locked yourself in a room and you are ready to get started, please type a done in the chat box. If you have already created the no distraction area for yourself, please type a done in the chat box. I love all of you are typing a done. This shows that you are absolutely prepared for this training. Thank you so much. Next, wear presentable clothing, preferably business casuals. As Rajiv says, at least on the top half of your body, all right? If you are attending with the team, make sure entirely you are presentable. Very important. See, as Quantum Leap, no, we do these programs a lot, and we have seen things on Zoom screens which me and my team don't deserve to see. Yeah, I don't want to explain, but please make sure you are conscious about wearing presentable clothing. Is that okay, everybody? Show me a thumbs up. I can see all of you on the screen. Yeah, awesome. Next, keep your videos on at all times. Now, this is a non-negotiable. Yeah. So, see, now we have 204 people in Zoom room 1, 175 in Zoom room 2, and the learning experience will be the maximum when all of us are on screen and people can see each other and learn from each other. How many of you agree? Yes? So please make sure your videos are on so that you are switched on to learning. Videos on means you are switched on. Remember, video off means you will get switched off from the learning itself. So please make sure your videos are on. So I'm waiting. All of those who have still not switched on your videos, please switch on them immediately. And by the way, also keep yourself on mute. The team has made that in the central room you are on mute. When you are in breakout rooms and you are doing activities, you'll be able to unmute yourself. Yes, everyone? Awesome. Next, keep your workbooks handy. I want to see how many of you have the printout of the workbooks with you. Can you please show it to the camera? The workbooks, we have shared this. Oh, brilliant. All of you are showing the printout of the workbooks. We love you. Yeah. And those of you who don't have a workbook printout, it's all right. Okay. Don't stress. It's okay. I will tell you how to do it. The dashboard from where you logged in, there is a link to download the workbook. You can download, keep the soft copy on one side, and have a notebook and a pen to make notes as we are telling the page numbers and where to make notes. Is that okay, everyone? If you are all clear and you are ready with a workbook or a notebook and a pen to make a lot of notes, please type ready in the chat box, because it's super important. You will be getting a lot of information today which you have to make a lot of notes. All of you are already a part of our environment knows that you will remember your school days when you are attending our programs. Agree? See, people are laughing. We are like, yeah, our hand hurts. Good. That's how you integrate your learnings. All right? Fantastic. Next, use the chat box with responsibility. Now, what is the chat box for? Let me tell you that. Chat box is a place of energy exchange. All right? This is a one-to-many program. You know what? This entire group right now, so these are all number of logins. The people are even more. I can see Arun Kumar, his entire team, I can see around 12, 15 people who have logged in from Arun Kumar's screen. Okay. Arnav Botra, I can see again a good number of people logged in there. We are so many people here, correct? Now what is the Zoom Room's chat box for? Use this for energy exchange. This is how we understand what we are doing is actually reaching you. I'll ask you to type a ready. Please type a ready in the chat box. Even if you are sitting with the team, one person take the responsibility of the chat box. Is that okay, everyone? Show me a thumbs up if it's okay. Yeah. I'll ask you to type a done, type a done. Type in a me. That's how you plug in to what's happening in the training room. All right. Use chat box for engagement. Do not use it for networking. I know you might feel there are so many people, good place to start networking and selling something for our business. Trust me, no one is going to buy from what you share on the chat box in a training program. Yeah. Don't even try. Use this for your learning, your growth, so that you can go back and implement these learnings and get benefit from this. Is that okay, everybody? Show me a thumbs up if you are clear. Awesome. Next, if you get disconnected, if you have any challenges, please make note of these numbers. Now I want all of you to please save these numbers in your phone. The number is on your screen. It's 95388814629. All right, 95388814629. Please make a note as Quantum Leap Community or Rajiv Community number. Okay, make a note of this. Save it on your phones. If you are attending this program from outside India, please remember, please add a +91, which is country code of India. All right. Once you have saved these numbers on your phone book, please type saved in the chat box, because this is important. I don't want you people to keep asking whom should I contact if there is any challenge. Save this number. Any challenge throughout the program, please do reach out to the community number. Okay, my team will be super happy to serve and support you. Fantastic. Now, before we get started, how many of you agree with me that whether it is a game, whether it is a training program, rules are very important. You know, rules give a boundary within which we need to play. Yes, if there is no rule and there is only a bat and a ball, you don't enjoy the game. Do you all agree? So I will say rules are rules. It's very important to have a seamless learning experience for all of us. So let's deep dive and understand what are some of the ground rules all of us need to take care of for the next 2 days. Yeah. Number 1, learning requires energy. Now people usually think that standing here and training requires energy. I'm not saying no, but to sit there and learn requires more energy. Okay, if you need to be at super high level of energy, that's when your understanding will be better, your implementation will be better, because of which you will be able to get results in your business. See, we keep saying this, you know, there are two types of people in the world. Category of people who are called as people, who are energy full of, they feel very difficult to mind. They in a room and down. Yeah, see the number popping on your goal. Shit. Again, this is calling me. I have to handle this man. When you talk to them, feels like the clock is moving in slow motion. You want the conversation as possible. How many of you have met such kind of people? And if you are such people, please don't think. If such people, please do yes in the chat box. Of people, you know, you can't do anything. It's a manufacturing defect. You can't make them smile. They're always serious. I don't know why, you know. And then there are another kind of people. Now I'm talking about the next category, full on. Yeah, now this energy full on people, like but you can change. Yeah, you would love to be with such kind of people. I mean, when you are talking to them, it feels like your energy is getting increased because of talking to them. How many of you energy bombs? I like what Dr. Sandhya Ravi has typed there. Energy bombs. You know, you would always want to be with such kind of people. Yeah. How many of you know such people, or you are such a person? If that's you, please type a me in the chat box. Who's an energy bomb? You know. Wow, I like it. Super. Now, if you are an energy full on person, amazing. Okay, if your energy full off or you are anywhere in between, I want you to make sure that you commit yourselves to be energy full on for the next 2 days, and if possible for the rest of your life. Yeah, because please understand this, in business, in any conversation, it can be sales conversation, person with the highest energy always wins. You can make a note of this. This is a rule, okay? This is like law of gravity. Think about it. In any conversation, person with the highest energy always wins. Does that make sense? So make sure your energy full on. If you agree to this ground rule and you are already feeling that energy, please type a full on in the chat box, everyone. Please type a full on in the chat box. Awesome. I love this group. What an energy. I'm enjoying already. All right. I know we are going to have an exciting, crazy 2 days of learning. Fantastic. Let me move on. What do you see in the picture, everybody? Type it out. What do you see in the picture? You see a gym. Absolutely. Now, what you are going through for the next 2 days is a skill gym. It is not a training program. It is a gym. In one of the intro videos, me and Charlene said, this is not just another communication skills training. It is a strategic planned program for you, right? This is a skill gym. What do you do in a gym? You lift weights, correct? What will you do here? You will learn new skills and you will also implement those skills in the program. How many of you are ready to actually implement and actually flex your communication skills muscles today and tomorrow? If you are ready to do that, please type me in the chat box. Please type me in the chat box. Brilliant. See, please understand one thing, okay? Even when we go to gym, now I take this example a lot when I'm talking about functions also. I've never been to a gym in the last 15 years of my life, okay? 15 years back, in my first job, I was going to gym with one of my friends. Now if I go and join a gym today and I work out today evening, what's going to happen to my body tomorrow, everyone? Anyone who has been to gym, experienced it would understand what I am saying. Yes, every part of my body will experience pain. And you know what? That pain is good. Why is it paining? See, when we work out, no, the muscles start growing. Now that's called the pain of growth. But you know what most of us do? The moment our body starts paining, we say, you know what? This gym, no, is not for me. It's not working out. My body is telling me, but that gym is not for me. Let me listen to my body, and you quit going to gym. 1 or 2 days. But you know where you will go when you quit gym? You go to your comfort zone. You don't have to do that workout anymore. But how many of you understand and realize that comfort zone is actually not comfortable? How many of you have realized this? When you are in comfort zone, you quit gym, you went back, you are living in regret. Like, I always wanted that fit body. I always wanted my energy to be super high. See, I even gave 1 year membership for the gym so that I go, and still I did not go. You are living in regret. So we always call, either you choose pain of growth, or you know what is the second option? Everyone, ask me what? Type it out in the chat box. Ask me what? First option is you choose the pain of growth, or you choose the suffering of the comfort zone. The choice is yours. There is no other choice. Huh? People are like, one is pain, the other should be pleasure. No. Either you choose pain of growth or suffering of the comfort zone. There is no midway. Can you please type what will you choose for today and the rest of your life? What is your choice? Please type it out in the chat box. Is it pain or suffering? Awesome. Thank you so much. We here at Quantum Leap choose pain of growth every single day consciously. And we know that pain is a sign of growth. Yeah? Fantastic. I look forward to seeing you actually flexing your communication muscles over the next 2 days. Alright? Next. You know what's the interesting thing about a child? Children learn most quickly. How many of you agree? Children always learn any skill or a knowledge super fast. Yeah? How is that possible? as per, as per logic, we are more matured as adults. We understand more things. We know that knowledge and skills are important. Competence building is important. Why do we take so much of time to learn? How many of you have learned a new language after, let's say, 18 years of age? If you are one of them, please type me in the chat box. After 18 years, if you have learned a very new language, there are few. I am super happy. You are those people who are like a child, okay? But when you are a child, it's so easy to learn languages. My son, he is right now 8.5 years old. He can speak in 4 languages fluently. Kannada, which is our mother tongue, my mother tongue, okay? Tudu, which my wife speaks with her mother, it's her mother tongue. He can speak 2 here. In school, he has learnt English and Hindi. By the age of 4, he was able to speak 4 languages. How is that possible? You know why? One, children are super curious. How many of you have agree with this? They are like, they want to understand. Whatever you say, they ask why. Why? But why? But why? You will be like, why are you eating my head? I don't know. You feel like doing that. No, they are so curious. Making mistakes. They don't feel that, oh, what will this person say? What will that person say? They don't bloody care. That's why they learn. Are you seeing this? Can you consciously choose to be a curious child for the next 2 days? See, I am sure communication is a topic which have been used and abused by trainers across the globe. How many of you know what I am saying? Everyone says, I'll train on communication. Yeah? I know you all have a lot of understanding about communication. For the next 2 days, I want you to imagine your brain, like a beautiful showcase. Can you visualize that? A beautiful showcase with a lot of artifacts. All those are your learnings. You already know a lot. Yeah? You know what I want you to do? I want you all to do it right now, okay? Open that imaginary showcase of your brain. Take out all the artifacts which you have. Clean them. Keep it safely to a side. How can you see your showcase right now? It's empty. Can you see your empty showcase of your minds? If you can see that, please type yes in the chat box. Empty showcase. You have not thrown any of your learnings. You have kept it safely aside. Okay. Now what will happen in the next 2 days? Next 2 days you will get good amount of new information, new knowledge, new skills to be built. Will everything be relevant and useful to you? I am not saying that. Take what is really important and relevant to you as a learning, as an artifact, along with your other artifacts which you have kept safe. Again, redecorate your showcase of your mind by the end of the 2 days. Does that make sense, everyone? You know what this is called? This is called unlearning and relearning. You unlearn, relearn. Whenever you are attending training programs, I want you to keep this analogy in mind. Always go with an empty mind. Go with an empty cup. Get whatever you are getting. Again, redecorate your showcase. If you are clear and you can be a curious child for the next 2 days, please type curious in the chat box, everybody. Please type curious in the chat box. Awesome. I love your energy. Awesome. Next, let's move ahead. Please take responsibility. So what do I mean? I want each one of you to take responsibility of few things. Number 1, your internet. Okay. So me and my team here, we will make sure that the streaming is seamless. We do all that is possible within our control to make sure the voice, the video, everything what we are giving you as an experience is beautiful. But what do we want from your side is to take responsibility for your internet connections. All right. Number 2, please take responsibility for your energy. Okay. Now how do you do that? Keep a smile on your face. Everyone, I can see all of you. Can you please smile? Can you please smile? Yeah. I want to see that lovely smile. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Look at each other. Huh? Beautiful. You know what? Try to have a smile and get angry on someone. It's never possible. Yeah. This is magical. Huh? This is probably the cheapest, most economical jewelry you can wear. Ladies, no offense. Please buy your jewelry. But this is that free jewelry you can always wear and look beautiful. Yeah. Please take responsible for your energy by keeping that smile. Please hydrate yourself. I have also kept a bottle of water there. Please keep drinking water. please feel free to have snacks. There are a lot of people, okay, on Zoom room 2 I can see Urmila's team sitting here, Shekhar's team sitting. There are a lot of you are sitting with team. Utkarsh Joshi's team is here. Prime team is here. Arun Kumar's team is here. Jayaram's team is here. Please make sure you order your snacks if you want to, okay? Samosa, kachori, jalebi, whatever you want. Please keep eating and being a part of this conversation. Absolutely okay, we don't mind. Is that okay? So please ensure that your energy is high by keeping that smile, keeping yourself hydrated. You can even eat, drink along with the training and do that. And make a lot of notes, okay? I want you to take responsibility of these things. If you are okay with taking that responsibility from your side, please type yes in the chat box. Please type yes in the chat box. Brilliant. So if you do that, I'm like, you give your 100%. Me, Charlene, who's going to be your another trainer, my co-trainer, and my team here will give 200% to make sure this is a beautiful experience for each one of you. Yeah, awesome. Next, what can you see on the screen, everybody? I want all of you to open your workbooks. Okay, let me get it here. Open your workbooks to page 38. Yeah, and see what is there as a heading. Page number 38. Type out what you see in the heading on the chat box. Sachin says parking lot. Yes. Yes, there is something called a parking lot. You know what we do in parking lots? We park our cars, we park our two-wheelers, right? Now this parking lot is for a different reason. Now, what I want you all of you to understand is, as we go through this learning experience over the next 2 days, you will have a lot of questions. There is no way you can't have any questions, okay? Should you put those questions in the chat box? Please don't. You know, I'll check the numbers, okay? We have around 250 people in Zoom room 1, 212 right now in Zoom room 2. The numbers will only increase, okay? Now it's unfair if you put questions and I start taking those questions there, then and there is a break of the flow of the learning, right? So what I want you to do, the moment you have a question in your mind, open your workbooks to page 38, write down your questions there. Is that okay, everyone? Show me a thumbs up if it's yes. Yeah. Now we have a method to answer your questions. On both day 1 and day 2, end of the day, we will dedicate a section to answer your questions, me and Charlene both, so you can get your questions answered there. If there are unanswered questions, so trust me, your questions will be answered through the process of the training itself, for sure, okay? If there are still unanswered questions, you can ask us during the Q&A section. Is that okay, everyone? Yeah? Okay, give me a second. Zoom 2 is saying there is no sound. Let the... Hold on. Zoom 1, not you. Chill. Zoom 2 says no sound. Got it. Zoom 1, please be patient. Zoom 2, they have lost my... Okay. Am I back? If I am back, please type L and C in the chat box, everyone. Back? Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much. I did not say anything, okay? The moment my voice was gone, I did not say a word. So don't worry, Zoom room 2, alright? Zoom room 1 can hear, fantastic. Let's continue from where we started, alright? I was just saying, if there are any unanswered questions by the end of the program, you can go back to the parking lot, ask those questions to me and Charlene and get them answered during the Q&A section. Is that clear, everyone? And I want one support from all of you. If you see a question in the chat box by anyone, okay, you have to remind them with a smiley. Don't start jumping on them saying that don't put questions in the chat box. Don't do that, okay? Let's be very kind to each other. You just have to write parking lot with a smiley. Yeah, if you can do that, let's try it out. All of you, write parking lot with a smiley, and you can do that when someone asks a question through the program, okay? If you are okay with this, you are ready to support me, write parking lot with a smiley, you know. Smiley is to say that you are being nice. Sijuman has put a ring also on that smiley. Fantastic. Awesome. Thank you so much. Let's move ahead. See, practice kindness. You know what I mean? Anything happens. See, we'll make sure that you get a seamless experience. But having said that, all of us are human, right? So when you are calling our support team, when like like the challenge happened that you lost my voice, things like this happens, be kind. We'll take care. We'll not let you lose any of the learnings and compromise on your experience. Is that okay, everybody? Practice kindness with our team, with we trainers, and with each other. You will be doing practice sessions with each other. Can you hold space and practice kindness when you are working with other people also? Is that okay, everybody? If yes, please type K for kindness in the chat box. You know, it's a beautiful place to also understand how other team members work, how other businesses work. Make sure you are kind to each other and hold that space. Yeah. Now, people ask what is the timings for break. So I'm just giving you in advance. Please make a note of these timings. 11:45 we will take a tea break for 15 minutes. Second break will be for lunch. You will have good 1 hour lunch break. Okay, so please plan your breaks accordingly. 1:30 we will take a lunch break for 60 minutes. 4:15 we will take another tea break for 15 minutes. Okay, we will try to wrap the program by 6 or maximum 6:15. So this is going to be the plan. Please give us a leeway of plus or minus 15 minutes based on the pace of learning. Yeah, if the pace is going good, we want to complete something and then give a break a little later. Can you please give that leeway to us, everybody? Yes, show me a thumbs up if that's okay. Yeah, fantastic. But we can make this timing note of these timings. You can take good breaks there. Okay, and please do take a break and come back because it's important. You will be integrating a lot of things what you have learned during those breaks as well. Yeah, awesome. Next, please don't use mobile phones for the next 2 days. People are like, how can that happen? The world will fall if I don't use my mobile phone. How many of you are thinking that? Trust me, nothing happens when you don't use your mobile phone for not 2, you can even do it for more days. I was in an operations role when I was working in Meru Camps, my last job before 2015, right? I was in my operations job. You will not believe I had a BlackBerry phone. How many of you know BlackBerry times where you had email, everything configured in BlackBerry? And every day, at least 1 minute once I have to check my phone because there is so many things going on in an operations business like a cab business. Yeah, you understand. I was head of the operations in Bangalore, right? And there was a training program organized for 3 days. Yeah. 3 days of training program for the entire leadership team of Meru. And forget about using mobile phone. The place where we went in Maharashtra had no signal. There was no way I could have used my mobile phone. Okay, when I entered there, I was like, first thing I did is I went to my CEO and said, "Are you mad? You have brought us to a place where there is no signal, and it is 3 days where we are staying there. Okay, in camps and doing that training program." He said, "It's okay. Let's see." Trust me, end of the 3 days, my heartbeat was at its peak. If I had tested my BP and sugar, I don't know what would have happened. I was thinking that my branch here, Bangalore branch, has gone to docs because I was not available for the last 3 days even for a quick phone call. You know, first thing I did was called my second line who was heading the operations here, who was reporting to me. I called him, his name is Muthu. Like, I'm in panic, huh? Muthu. He's like, "Yeah, Arun, good morning, how are you? How was the training?" Like, "How are things? How is everything?" I said, "Yeah, everything is going good. You tell me, how was the training?" I was shocked. That day I realized we feel that the world is running only because of us. No. Even if today as I'm talking to you, I fall dead here, the world will move ahead. Nothing is going to happen. Yeah. Please, I want all of you to realize that you or me, we are not the center of this universe. Agree, everyone? So keep those mobile phones aside. We call this a weapon of mass destruction. Huh? Keep that aside. If you are not using it to be a part of this program. Is that okay, everyone? For the next 2 days, let's do a digital detox. If you are okay with that, please type detox in the chat box. Digital detox. Huh? We'll only be here to learn, enjoy, have fun, build our communication skill muscles here. Yeah, fantastic. Next, this is a humble request. Please don't record. Yeah. All the content you learn here are copyrighted content. We don't want you to take screenshots or record what is going on here. You know, the best way of recording we encourage is to make a lot of notes and completely participate here, okay? If you take screenshots, you know what happens on your mobile phone? Your mobile is getting smarter and smarter by the day. You are getting dumber and dumber. So make notes. Let us become smarter than our smartphones. Is that okay? And last but not the least, apply, don't supply. I know there are a lot of trainers, coaches also in the room. We would love to give all that we can to take these learnings to apply to your business, learn, apply to yourself, your team, but don't start supplying it and using it as training material yourself. Is that a fair ask, everyone? If it's fair, please type fair in the chat box. Please type fair in the chat box. Awesome. And last but definitely not the least, for me, this ground rule which I'm going to share is the most important. You know what? Please have fun. I'm telling you this. If you are not having fun, if you are not enjoying what's happening, you are not learning. Take it for granted. You should have fun while learning. Is that okay? Yeah. See, we'll do a lot of. See, I don't know. I am probably not as humorous as Rajiv, but all of us here know we have a very strange sense of humor. Please take it. Even if you don't understand, please laugh so that it feels good, and you are having fun in the process. Is that okay? Yeah. Awesome. Have fun. Super important. If you're ready to have fun for the next 2 days, please type fun in the chat box, everyone. Let's have some fun. It's going to be super interesting. Awesome. Now, I'm sure you all are thinking, bloody hell, we started at 10 and it's already 10:40 and this guy is only talking about all the ground rules. You know why we do this? Trust me. See, there is a very important quote. You can actually make a note of this. I think I will say, open your first page, where there is page number 2, heading. Please make a note of this. It's we truly believe this is what makes you a true professional. Okay, this is a quote by T. Harvecker. He says, "How you do anything is how you do everything." Make a note of this. Okay, page number 2, top of the workbook. Make a note of this. This is the mindset of being a learner. No matter what you are, who you are. Business owner, team leader, manager, salesperson, admin person, doesn't matter. Yeah, the mindset you need to carry to be a true professional and a genius is this: how you do anything is how you do everything. How you show up in these next 2 days, is going to tell a lot about you and how you are going to take this entire program for yourself. See, especially it is a weekend. It's so super easy to say, most of my friends, most of my family is at home enjoying their weekend. I'll also do that. But if you are actually adhering to the ground rules we just spoke about, and you do this for the next 2 days, trust me, this is my commitment. Each one of you, you will not recognize yourself as a person after Sunday evening. If you have really immersed yourself in this learning, adhering to the ground rules. Is that okay, everyone? Can you be in a mindset of learning? If yes, please type mindset in the chat box. Please type mindset in the chat box. Yeah, I'm not saying only for today, tomorrow. This is a mindset you need to carry for the rest of your life, irrespective of what role you are playing. Awesome, fantastic. Now, with all of this, are you ready to get started with the Business Communication Mastery Program? If you are ready, I want you all to type a super energetic ready in the chat box, everybody. Please type a ready in the chat box. Awesome. Thank you so much. Let's get started. Let's deep dive into the effective communication skills. All right. Now, the first thing we'll do, even before we get started with the topic, is to understand what is effective communication. Yeah. So I want all of you to open your workbooks to page number, I'll give you the page number, give me a second. Page number 3, okay? Open your workbooks to page number 3. And there is a definition on the top which says effective communication is the process of exchanging dash, dash, dash and dash. Please use the slide, the content on the slide, and make a note of this. Please write, effective communication is the process of exchanging thoughts, ideas, knowledge and data so that the message is received and understood with clarity and purpose to create the desired impact. Alright, take a minute, make note of these things in the blanks. There are 7 blanks which you have to fill. Once you are done filling these 7 blanks, please do type a done in the chat box. Effective communication is the process of exchanging thoughts, ideas, knowledge and data so that the message is received and understood with clarity and purpose to create the desired impact. Awesome, thank you so much for the confirmation. Looks like most of you are done. So let me explain what do I mean. Alright, see, even before we get into effective communication, let me tell you what is communication in the most simple terms. Alright, now communication is actually a transfer of information from one being to the other. That's it. Yeah, communication. I'm not talking effective communication. I'm starting with what is communication. Communication is simply a transfer of information from one being to another. Yeah, so few things you have to observe in what I'm saying. I'm not using the word person. I'm using the word being. You know why I'm saying being? Communication, Dr. Sandhya is asking repeat. I repeat, okay? You don't have to make notes, understand, okay? Communication in simple words is the transfer of information from one being to another. Yeah, I'm saying being, not a person. You know why? Because communication happens even with other beings. How many of you have dogs at home? If you have dogs, please type. How many of you are dog people? I want to understand. If you have dogs, please type a dog in the chat box. No one? Okay. Oh, there are few. Adarsh, Vishal, Romapriyo, Garima. Oh, lot of dog people. I mean, think about it. How do you think you and your dog communicate? They can't speak the same language, no, but still communication is happening. Correct? So it's a transfer of information between one being to another. It can be any being. Even plants communicate, okay? It's not just moving beings, living beings, even plants communicate. How many of you understand what do I mean by even plants communicate with us? How do you know that your plants need watering? Yeah, very interesting. No, you get to know, okay, this is the time when I have to water my plant. Plants communicate, that's also a being. So communication is simply a transfer of information from one being to another. Yeah, that's communication. Now, sometimes, let's say I want to communicate with you. I want to say something, but you understand something else. Listen to me carefully. I want to say something to you. I want to say something, but you get some completely different meaning of what I am saying. Is that communication? Type out yes or no in the chat box. If this happens where I am saying something, but you get something else, is that communication? See, many are saying yes, some are saying no. Okay, it's a mixed answer. Think about it. Even that is communication. The only thing is, it's an ineffective communication. Do you get that? I wanted to say something, you got something else. That means my communication is ineffective, but still it is a communication because there is a transfer of information. Whether right or wrong is secondary. Are you clear? So basically communication is just a transfer of information from one being to another. Yeah, if the intended information is same as received, then it is effective. If not, it is ineffective. Are we all clear, everyone? If yes, please type CLR for clear in the chat box. That's all is what is that to communication. What you see on the screen is a very right-brained definition of communication. You know what is right-brained definition? You can visualize this, you know. It's a process of exchanging thoughts, ideas, knowledge and data so that it is received and understood with clarity and purpose to create the desired impact. All right-brained people, this is enough for you. Yeah, all of you can get this. You transfer some information, the intended and the received is the same with the clarity of purpose, then it is effective communication. Okay, so how many of you are not getting what is right and left brained? If you have no clue what is right and left brain, please type no clue in the chat box. No clue in the chat box if you don't get what is right brain and left brain. There are a few of you. Okay, fair. Fair. Listen, okay. Our brain, no, human brain is divided into two parts. There is one right part of the brain and there is one left part of the brain, and these two are responsible for absolutely different things. Okay, listen to this, very interesting for you to understand. Right brain is responsible or understands feelings, emotions, it's very creative, it is like, it loves colors, yeah, so those are the kind of things the right side of the brain really loves. It's a creative brain, okay. And there is left part of the brain. Now left part of the brain is very logical. Now the brain is so logical that it loves numbers, it loves charts. Some of your business owners are like, yeah, correct, no, I love charts and data. I ask data for everything with my team members. You know, that's your left brain, yeah. It loves anything in a format, in a process. For heavy left brain people, if you just tell that you go figure it out, they will feel like super restless. They can't take it. They can't figure it out. You have to give them a process because they are left brained. Are you getting it? So all of us have both brains. Huh? Don't think that one side of the brain should be empty for one person. No, it's not like that. Both of us, I mean, all of us have both sides of the brain. Having said that, all of us have a predominant side of the brain which is operating at all times. Yeah, some of us, I'll give you a check. Okay, I'll tell you. Now this is a test to see how many of you are right and left brain predominantly. Okay, though you use both parts, let's see how many of you are left and right brain. So right brain is creative, left brain is logical basically. Okay, simple question, think before you type. Okay, you can discuss with your team before you type. I'm asking a very simple question and it is a gauging to see who's predominantly left or a right brain person. All right, the question is, what do you get when you add 3 plus 3? What do you get when you add 3 plus 3? Let me see if there are any other answers than what you are already seeing. Priya says numbers. someone said answer. Beautiful. Solution. Ashish Jain said 33 in Zoom room 1. Okay. Garima said 66. 33. Okay. See, you can stop typing. Huh? Listen to this. I said, what do you get when you add 3 plus 3? Most of us have been taken over by the left brain, unfortunately. Okay, we always think of logics, numbers. Okay, of course 3 plus 3 is 6. Who doesn't know it? All of you who typed 6 are all logical people. Congratulations. Okay, either you are logical people or you are forced to think logically. You have never been forced to think from the right brain side. Okay, now those who typed answers like what do you get when you add 3 plus 3? Some of you typed solution. Some of you typed 33. 3 plus 3, 33. Why not? Sijumon. Okay, all of you please see what Sijumon has typed. It is in Zoom room 2. Okay, Zoom room 1 you will not see it. He typed 8. Can anyone think why did he type 8? Sijumon Alfred typed 3 plus 3 is 8. Can someone think? Okay, I am forcing you to think creative right now. How is 3 plus 3 8? Type it out in the chat box. I added 3 plus 3. No, see, joint 3 plus 3. One 3 is like this, another 3 is like this. It became 8. Now this is called creative thinking. Okay. The reason I took that answer is because it is possible. Who said that's wrong? I was not asking for a very logical answer. I know all of you know 3 plus 3. No. Now these kind of people who are giving answers like solutions, 33, 8, you people are a little leaned towards your right brain. Are you all able to see this? Left brain, right brain combination. Yeah. Now I want to cater to everyone. Is that okay? I don't just want to cater to your logical people, left brains, but also the right brain. So for a right brain person, this definition which is there on the screen about effective communication is good enough. Yeah. Effective communication is basically a process of exchanging thoughts, ideas, knowledge, data so that the message received and understood with clarity and purpose to create the desired impact. This is beautiful. Can I also give you a system-based definition or understanding of communication, everyone? Very system-based definition of communication. If you are ready, please type system in the chat box. Please type system in the chat box. Yeah, please type system if you are ready to understand communication from a systems perspective. You know, people are like, current हो गया, ये कोई आ गया systems के बारे में बात करने वाला, even in communication. Okay, by the way, anyone who of you who don't understand Hindi, don't bother, will not say anything important in Hindi, okay? But Karan is our systems freak in our environment. Now I am giving you a system based understanding of communication. All right, just give me a second. I will get a flip chart to do this. There is no notes for this, okay, because all of you are excited to learn a system based definition. I am giving you this as a bonus. You can make note of this either on page number 4, where you have some space there after effective communication, elements of effective communication, or you can move to the notes section. Okay, there you can make note of it. Now give me just 1 second. Let me ask my team to get the flip chart. Now till that arrangement is done, I'll ask you a question. Now, how many of you are from a time where you had computers kept in a AC room? If you are, okay, people are raising. Some of your team members will be like, what